With the upcoming election getting closer and closer by the day, I've begun to review the platforms for all campaigning candidates. One hot topic, immigration, got me thinking, how is immigration status affecting students here at CU? My name is Rachael Waldman Kiselev, and this is my CMCI 1010 conversation. Colorado has a high percentage of children in K-12 schools with parents who are illegal immigrants. About 17,000 children of undocumented immigrants are enrolled in Colorado K-12 schools. That makes up more than 10% of the total elementary school population in the state. I sat down with the director of admissions here at CU Boulder, Kevin McLennan, to ask him about the impact of immigration status on CU attendees.
One of the things that we're extremely proud of is the fact that we have not only domestically a really geographically diverse student body that comes from all 50 states, but there's roughly about 550 high schools in Colorado. We have freshmen that come in typically from about 400. Roughly about 26% of our freshman class is diverse in terms of race and ethnicity. About 18% will be the first in their family when they graduate 4 years from now to get a college degree. And then we have an international student population of about roughly about 500 incoming freshmen from about 65 countries around the world.
So do you think that not having citizenship affects attendance to the school?
Yes and no. The no part is in admissions, as we're looking to admit a student, that has no bearing on an admission to the University of Colorado, but it can have a bearing on the impact in terms of what tuition rate they're paying and what they may or may not qualify for in terms of financial aid. So certainly, yes, it could have an effect on the cost of attendance, but it has no effect on the admissibility of a student coming into the university.
As of 2013, there were 145,000 undocumented immigrants in Colorado alone, and according to a report by the Pew Hispanic Center, unauthorized immigrants comprise 3.5% of the state's population, or about 180,000 people in 2012. Vanessa Roman, an admissions counselor in the admissions department, had more insight.
That not having citizenship impacts attendance to this university?
For a given student, if a student doesn't have citizenship, does it impact?
Or just as an overall, the amount of people that come in every year, do you think is impacted by kids who can't attend because they don't have citizenship?
Sure, I do. I don't think it's an overwhelming amount, but I do think it does impact our numbers a little bit. Unfortunately, there are limitations to undocumented students who don't have citizenship, attending an institution of higher education, let alone CU Boulder.
Does CU Boulder do any outreach to areas where there's a high population of undocumented people?
We do in Colorado, yes. Out of state, we don't. Because quite frankly, for out-of-state students, it would be very challenging to attend a place like CU Boulder if they were undocumented because of the laws and limitations in place. Colorado has passed the ASSET law, which provides in-state tuition for undocumented students if they've attended a Colorado high school for 3 years and graduate from that high school and then are offered admission to a college or university in Colorado. But that's only for in-state Colorado residents. So that doesn't qualify for out-of-state students. Therefore, out-of-state undocumented students would have to pay international tuition fees, which are quite frankly prohibitive, I think, for most undocumented students. So we do focus on recruiting undocumented students here in Colorado, but not out-of-state.
And so what does that look like?
We do a lot of college fairs. We go to areas where there are high populations of undocumented students. We go to high schools. We visit the high schools. We talk to high school counselors at schools where there are a high concentration of these students, and we give them information about how to proceed with the process of applying for financial aid and scholarships for these students. We do some outreach to them if they do end up applying. So if they apply, they're flagged or identified as an undocumented student, then we reach out to them to help guide them through the remainder of the process of tuition classification and then financial aid. So we make sure kind of to walk them through that process because it can be quite complex.
So in all of this, what help is CU Boulder in the admissions process for an undocumented student? As it seems, quite a lot actually. I was pleasantly surprised to see how much the admissions team here at CU Boulder cares about getting students the education they deserve for a brighter future. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Rachael Waldman Kiselev for CMCI 1010. For more information about CU Boulder's work with undocumented students and their families, please check out my Twitter at Rachael_CMCI.